next time.
Was there ever any doubt?
Oh! There!
Smart!
What?
Ha!
There! Yeah!
Ha!
Tetris!
No! Someone owes me an apology.
I never back down.